All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, not talking about real music in real time, and probably doing it for even fewer real people than usual, just like you and just like me. Thanks for being here today. God bless everyone, and pray for peace in the Middle East. And don't forget to tip your bartenders and waitresses. And what else? Well, it's Wednesday, so you're getting over that hump that they talk about all the time now, because people need goals during the week. You know, they've got hump day, and then they've got Friday Eve now, which is Thursday. So again, we're all holding on to our crutch, the wrong crutches, I would add. I'm not talking about music in this video, and here's why. First of all, we know the new queen of rock and roll is Dolly Parton. We've learned that. Brenda Lee has the #1 song in the country with Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And that shows you the state of music today. On most radio stations, music that is 40 and 50 years old, in some cases, is in regular rotation on these radio stations, and not necessarily meant for older people. It's just that the newer music is so bad that most of these radio stations are now relying on the older stuff to get them ratings. So anyway, I figured I would switch gears and talk about something that happened in Canada. And this is quite interesting. Now, the Canadian people have been through a lot over the last 2 or 3 years. They've been obedient. I think the compliance rate up there was something like 97%. Which is absolutely insane. It just shows you how people can be led astray. Here's the story here. Montreal Mayor Valérie Plante, or Plant, depending on how you want to say it, potato or potato. Don't know if she's related to goaltender Jacques Plante, who I believe was the first goalie to wear a mask. Oh, Jacques Plante. He was way ahead of the curve. He was also social distancing before it was cool for goaltenders to do such a thing, coming way out of his crease and challenging those shooters. I'm dating myself here. I'm an old hockey fan. I'm not a current hockey fan, but Jacques Plante, Montreal Canadiens, right? Boston Bruins briefly, too. Crazy that he played for the Bruins for a short stretch, but we loved Jacques Plante. Anyway, Valérie, maybe not so much. I'm looking at Valérie, and there's a picture of her here, and I'm going to do a screen share shortly, and she says, "Oh no, I feel unwell." That's what she said in French. Anyway, Valérie collapsed during a news conference. Of course, the report reads that she kind of just crouched down. Everything's okay. No need to worry, Dave. All right, so she's the mayor of Montreal. She was answering questions about climate change and sanctuary cities and high taxes and, teaching little kids how they can become somebody that they weren't born to be. Anyway, she abruptly crouched and then sat down. Fortunately, the medical teams were able to assist her, and she is now doing well. Miss Plant will reduce her workload over the coming days. How much you want to bet that Valérie Plante was on the front lines of the medical tyranny that was very much a part of Canada, and also here in the United States, also places like Australia and New Zealand, not so much in Sweden. Good for the Swedes for, at least allowing their citizens to make choices. Anyway, I figured I'd let everybody just see what happened here. Nothing to worry about. I would say this woman, 40s, 50s maybe, late 40s, I don't know. But here she is, and I'm going to roll. It says video replies here. Let's see if I can get this.
Direct them to other kinds of services. So I would
Non, je sens pas. Merci beaucoup.
All right, there you have it. She's going to reduce her workload, so it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I mean, there's nothing else to see here. There's nothing to worry about. You know, I see many of these. I want to say I see one or two like this, or at least I read about them. Sometimes they're not being, videoed. They're not being filmed. But this one here, she's on live TV, and she has a medical episode. But it's okay because she was attended to by this great medical team up in Canada, and they say she's going to be fine. She's going to just reduce her workload. No more ditching for her. No more bricklaying. No more truck driving like those brave truckers who attempted to stand up for this kind of stuff and then got completely, blocked by the Canadian government, had their bank accounts frozen and stuff. That's really good. Huh? You're just trying to stand up for your rights, and now, you know what? That digital currency that everybody's a little bit worried about, see how that can be used? Oh, you don't believe the right things? Oh, we're going to just freeze your bank account. Yeah, so that's Canada for you. But everything's fine. The mayor is fine. This happens to people all the time. They're in mid-sentence. Happened to Mitch McConnell, right? Not too long ago. Of course, he's like 80-something years old, and I'm sure the folks at Pfizer got to Mitch too. I mean, look, this could just be completely non-related. This could be something just, most people I know freeze up and crouch to the ground. That's a normal thing. And how dare I suggest that it could be related to Walgreens or CVS or the Canadian protocol, which I think you should be on number 6 or 7 now since 2021. Yeah, something like that. That's got to be good for you, right? Don't worry about what's in it. Just take it. That's trust. Trust and obey. There is no other way. So anyway, we wish that this person, Valerie, would come to her senses. But she's part of this. She spouts off about things like climate change and, sanctuary cities and just all of the usual stuff that is destroying civility in politics. In the United States, we aren't as far down the road unless you live in like California, but we're pretty close. Trudeau, Newsom, it's kind of the same thing. So thoughts and prayers. I know they don't like prayers in Canada. They don't like prayers, but thoughts and prayers going out to this mayor and the people who are advising her and that crack medical team. And I do emphasize the word crack that is treating her, because they might say, hey, you haven't been to CVS lately, have you, Mayor Valerie? So we're going to bring you ourselves. You just chill out and relax and reduce your workload and everything's going to be great. All right. I told you it was going to be something different. It was. And you never know, on a slow news day where we can't talk about Dolly Parton or Brenda Lee or, all of the real hardcore rock and roll stuff that we all grew up with. It's just weird. It's just weird how we went from the classic rock I grew up listening to being concerned about Dolly Parton's rock album. But that's been the news for quite some time. And to me, that's not a lot of news. So hence, here you go. By the way, I would check out a website called covidandcoffee.com. COVID and Coffee. And you'll learn a lot about what's happening behind the scenes. Jeff Childers is a very sharp guy, excellent writer as well, and a very sharp legal mind, which you need these days in order to kind of navigate truth versus conspiracy theories. And I don't think this is a conspiracy theory. I really don't. Otherwise, I would have given up on it. The moon landing thing, the flat earth thing. Yeah, I'm, just not there with you people. But hey, you know what? Try to convince me. Tell me, send me another link. I need another link. That's what I need. God bless you all. Pray for peace. How about this? Pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world as we are in this season of Advent, waiting for the birth of the Savior, Jesus Christ, who is the Prince of Peace and the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. I will see you soon.